May 14th, 2025. We'll just say it's 5 p.m. So 1,700 hours, active military retirees, veterans, thank you for serving, God bless. In this game, I'm up against rank 3 marksmen. So they have big boys. So you don't really want to make fangs or crawlers unless you position them correctly. Because crawlers are 16 meters per second. Tanks are 7, they're kind of slow. These guys are a little fast. I should have put this one more over here, but I kept them forward. Fangs are 6 meters per second, so you want to put them like right there or right there. So they get hit first before your tanks do. The thing is, it can backfire because you level up your opponent's minions. Because they're gonna kill the Fangs. Fangs don't get that much experience, but still, they're gonna chew through them fast with arc lights, especially tarantulas. But it's very good against marksmen. Crawlers are very good against marksmen as well. Anyway, I positioned them, my hounds, where my hounds should pass up my tanks before they engage. Unless they put them really far forward, which the AI, a person is actually going to do. But I'm playing it, hoping they play basic. And I don't want to abuse the AI, to be completely honest. I want to be as realistic as possible. So if I had Fangs on the board, I would put them directly in front. But very early in the round 2, round 3, your opponent's going to play a missile. And it'll kill all the tanks and all the Fangs in one fucking missile. So you don't want to position them side by side. Put them a little bit to the corner where a missile isn't going to take out both parties. Because the missile will. Man, they hit for 5,000. It's actually pretty big. Level 1. Once you get level 2s on the board, they'll live. Now, I'll put quick deploy on so you can see what everybody upgrades. Alright, so they put Fangs in front. So my tanks were still a little bit far forward. The hounds didn't get past my tanks quick enough for the marksman to not hit them, but the marksman did hit the first tank. Alright, positioning is big in this game. Alright, so they went with the Rhino. This actually might be the, this might be the hacker game. Alright, for video's sake, this probably is the hacker game. When someone makes a Rhino early, especially a level 1, the best thing you could do, unless you already have marksman, you can kill him with marksman, is put a hacker on the board. The hacker will eat through that real quick because he should get to your side of the map quick. He's a 16 speed. I'll put it on 2 seconds. Alright, so the rhinos are doing decent damage. And I did go with Storm, didn't I? I probably went with Storm this game because slow units until this came out. Tanks, marksmen, Fangs, sledges, arc lights, they're all slow units. They're very, very susceptible to Storm. Now I'm thinking it is a fire hazard board. We'll see. I did sell it. Alright, so I'm going hackers probably. Yep, I put a hacker down. But I automatically gave it EMP. This is why I did the video. I saved this replay for this. I gave it EMP. Now, your hacker have an EMP. Does not hack them faster. Okay? But if they have healing or a health buff or a health upgrade, sockets don't count. They remove that health. You know what I mean? They remove that heals. So it seems like he's hacking it quicker, but it's not. It's hacking the default version of that unit. Now, on hackers, if anything socketed, EMP does not work on anything socketed. All right, so you have 200% extra health, and you EMP them, they still have the 200% extra health. So anything that's a socket does not get EMP'd. It just doesn't work. And anyway, you get EMP'd because they get slowed, and you remove any upgrades they have. So it's just easier for them to hack that unit, especially since it's being slowed. And I put a safety bubble to help the hacker. So he is going to hack the Rhino, and he's going to hack the Tarantula also. So, yeah, it's a good call. And I automatically made him a level 2. Your hacker being one level higher, whatever it's hacking, it is tremendously faster. I don't think this hacker does that good on this side, though. Yeah, that marksman really got him quick. He's a level 2. On level 2, it was a little slower. The only drawback about hacking is if they level, you're helping your opponent level that unit. That's the only problem. Nah, he didn't level. I thought he would because he killed the level 3. Alright, so they got nothing, and I don't even remember what we got. Every unit Rhino kills, increase attack by 10%, decrease the recruitment cost of steel balls. Yeah, see, the AI does silly shit like that. So I got the extra level, so I got 2 levels. It's expensive, but it's worth it to give it to the hackers. Yeah, so... yeah, I made him from a level 2 to a level 4. And they put an Abyss on the ground, so I'm gonna have to go into marksman. Yeah. It's the only thing I got on the board for the money I have to contest him. How's Storm doing? 92,000 so far and 83. Cool. 30,000 just round already. That's crazy. Yeah, that hacker on this side, I needed a bubble. But we hacked that Rhino every round. And they also have nuke on them, so the EMP on my hacker actually helps. There we go. Alright, so I went for the Phoenix because of him. And they went for the Fortress, which... yeah, okay. See, I even sold him, but he wasn't doing anything. I should be going heavy into marksman right now. Alright, so my marksman got double shot in range to contest this. See how fast he hacks now? Alright, so the Abyss is taken care of. So hack the Rhino, hack the Tarantula, hack the Fortress, and we'll hack this now also. And that's without range, right? Yeah, that's without range. Got 3 of the entire... I've never seen that before. That's crazy. I should be leveling him straight to 8. Alright, so the marksman got that. They got the worms down, though. That's a little annoying. I might give my marksman EMP, but since we're here, EMP doesn't really work in them well. EMP, you EMP something, it should stick about 3 seconds, maybe 2.5 seconds. But once this thing burrows, it automatically removes EMP. It does. It's very tricky. So did I? Yeah, he's level 8. Boom! We'll see how fast he hacks this time. You got range yet? Yeah, he does. So he might die. Oh no, that was really quick. He's dead. And that nuke backfired on the opponent. Because as soon as it's hacked, the EMP goes off because now it's a friendly, so the EMP doesn't stick anymore. So the nuke goes off. All the upgrades kick in is what I'm getting at. It's still a little slow though. It is a big war factory, but it's not leveled yet. Alright. Alright. I didn't know about him yet. But I knew about him. I put him in this spot. Usually you want your hacker about here. If you could afford range and EMP, you want to put him about there. Unless there's a big tank line. If there's a big tank line, you put him where I put him, right by the pole, the research center. And then you put something in front of it. And then bubble. You want a bubble. You do. You want a bubble. Getting the barrier after the 2 upgrades, it's 800 now, so it's a little expensive. And if you get used to hackers, another good upgrade, I can't think of the name right now, I'll show you in a second, is the one after it finishes hacking something, it goes to full health. But the multi-control, I use it more because when I play against someone in 1v1, they're very, very, very heavy on crawlers or fangs. People use a lot of crawlers and fangs as chaff. And the multi-control actually just works out better in most games. The 10-game rule, if any of you listened to any of my tutorials before, you always want to pick upgrades that you're going to use the most in 10 games. If you have an upgrade on a unit and you never use it in 10 games, take it out. Or use it one time in 10 games, take it out. You want to get upgrades that you're going to use constantly, every game. That's really in the hackers, man. It's very tricky. If they go heavy rhino, if your opponent goes heavy rhino, going hackers can help if you can protect your hacker. You could just take that because rhinos can get really big, really quick, and you could lose the game from it. Go air, but I like going hackers, and a lot of people like going heavy tanks today with marksman in the back. And crawlers of fangs as a frontline chaff. And the hackers just eat up tanks really quick, especially with the multi-control. But the EMP, I recommend going first because you don't know what upgrades your opponent's going to get. And if they have healing and armor, it's going to take forever to hack that unit. You want to just get rid of their upgrades, end of story. Just keep in mind, sockets don't count. That's really it with hackers, man. I never needed to put anything in front of him because he was never threatened, to be completely honest. And the storm position was really good. If he was getting killed every round, I absolutely would see, I would probably put tanks in front of him. He's a little speedy though at 8. You don't want him to go, he's like Typhoon. Typhoons go forward. So if you want to get rid of multi-control, I wouldn't mess with these 3. Because if your hacker's dying a lot, the shield, the barrier helps. It just helps. And you get 16,000 extra HP to the barrier every level, every rank. Enhanced control. Units under hacker's control will immediately recover their maximum health. Like when in that particular game, when he hacked the... what's that thing's name? The War Factory? I mean, if the War Factory is about to die and you hack it, it's at 100% health again. I mean, these things have almost 150k health at level 1. Worms can go up to like, what, level 3, I think like 600k, 300k. It's juicy. And fully heal them again is tremendous. But like I said, in 1v1 games, multi-control as a backup. Getting them to full health, you're kind of also leveling for your opponent too, so it's kind of risky. All right. Again, it's AI insane, so it's easy to set it up. It's fucking stangs, crawlers, and stangs. And we were lucky enough to have arc lights. You know what I mean? And the arc lights kill everything here. So I leveled him because I was assuming he's going to get a lot of kills on this side of the board. Same thing with this one too. How many did he get? Yeah, he got the gold that round. Yep, this is the Fang game. Alright. Since they put marksman and they got overload, these marksmen are going to level up the sabers. So I was forced to put Fangs in front of them. End of story. That's the only reason why. I'm looking to give them range ASAP. And since he did the most damage that round, I gave him the firepower socket. And since we're here, let's say all my arc lights leveled. All of them leveled, but we only have 50 gold to level one of them. Click your units. See which one did the most damage that particular round. And level that one. Don't level the one that did 2 damage. Level the one that did 40,000 damage. That's how you level units. You don't ever want to level a crawler that has 0 damage for that round. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how the Fangs do before the tank dies. Yeah, the tank would have been dead already if they weren't there. That level 3 is gonna kill them. They all have overload. Overload's crazy. Overload drops their attack by 50%. I don't know why they don't word it like that. It says multiplies marksman's attack speed at the cost of lower damage. It's 50%. And we leveled him again. Alright, steel balls in the board. Instead of me getting range, I'll probably get charge shot. I should get charge shot first. If your opponent goes steel balls, arc lights with charge shot, kind of 2 shots at level 1. Yeah, that launcher overload is going to really be a pain in the ass. Overload on the marksman work better if you have EMP, because they constantly EMP that target. Now, I put my Fangs to protect my sledges. Not my sledges, my saber-tooths. Why did I put these fuckers back here? The tarantulas, I gave them Spider-Mine. The only drawback about Spider-Mine that I don't like, I said this a couple times on my stream, is if Spider-Mine does kill like 50 units, nobody gets experience for it. That's why I'm not a fan of Spider-Mine. But they work so good as chaff. I put them in the back. By the time they start getting hit, they should at least have done at least 2 shots of Spider-Mine. That's why I put them in the back this particular game. I didn't need them to tank anything or anything. I needed them to drop mines as many times as humanly possible to get them to hit mines so my guys can get closer to them. End of story. That's why I got the tarantulas and the Spider-Mine. And this is a Fang game. I wanted to show you just how strong Fangs can be in a game. Now, in a real game, against, like, me or somebody else, when you have them this close, you want a bubble barrier every round, because one missile will kill this, and this pack, all three of them. Just one missile, it will fuck you up. But if, as soon as my opponent misses me one time, I will automatically get missile interrupt on my sabers. That's the idea. I am trying to force my opponent to spend money in missiles. But it's 50 gold each. They're wasting it. And if they interrupt it, it's money in the bank for us. Because the rhinos have nuke, I will automatically, most likely, give my arc lights EMP and my tanks double shot. See? They got a couple of the mines off. And it did distract the arc lights for a little while. I mean, the marksman for a little bit. And unfortunately, the transfer hit the acid. It's 250% extra damage. Alright, so I got the HP socket. Who do I give it to? I gave it to him. He's my second best killer. He did 16,000. He's the silver that round. He should be the gold. No, not that round. He's the gold this round. Technically, I should have gave it to him, but I was worried about him automatically dying from the rhino again. Let's see what upgrades we got. EMP and my arc lights. It sucks because you want to get range or charge shot to contest the steel balls and the rhino to kill them quicker. But them having nuke and now they have heals, I have no choice but to get EMP. And he's probably going to get... Now, if you play against the AI, especially Insane, and you see a free javelin or an AoE hero power somewhere and they don't use it, the AI usually uses it the second round to try and throw you off. Arc light should hit it, it's EMP'd. No nuke. No nuke. That's the second wave of mines. And we got a worm on the board. So the tarantulas are averaging 3 spider mines before they start getting hit. And that's why I went with the worm. Somebody to kill these guys. I'll probably give my sandworm burrow maintenance, because it'll get hit while it's up, and it'll drop down. And even if it's EMP'd, as soon as it drops down, the EMP's removed automatically, and it'll start healing. And the tower going down is actually good for us, because it's going slower. Now it's up, and the tower should... Yeah, it's still one-shotting them. Alright. Alright, they got the nuke. And so now, the AI will most likely javelin this round. And nuke the next round. Yeah, so they're gonna javelin this spot. You can't even bubble that. It's gonna kill whoever it's on. And barrier does not work in air units. Air units float above it. Alright, so what are my Fangs doing? Right now, my Fangs got no upgrades. They got 2 fucking overlords out in the map. And watch what happens when the Fangs start getting upgrades. Oh yeah, I put a Scorpion right there with siege mode. And when the tower goes down, the mines get 90% less explosion also. It does affect them. So he has heals. Oh yeah, the tower was down. Alright, so I got 2 Raiden. My Fangs got range. I'm leveling all my Fangs. And I got range. And I said, fuck it. I want to test to see how strong Fangs are. See, now they're going to use the nuke this round. So I lost this round also. Nothing I can do about it. Now, if you barrier here, and the barrier stays up and the nuke hits, the barrier will hold in that first hit. Anybody in that barrier will live. Oh, I wish it stayed up so I could show you. Worm does not hit air yet. At level 3 Saber, with the heavy armor with heals, it won't die. I think if there was one Overlord, it actually wouldn't die. Alright, so fire. I don't know if I did the trick. I think I intentionally didn't do the trick this game as a... Basically, it's a neat trick. If you get the fire and they have a lot of chaff, automatically buy the sticky bomb, fire, and sticky. I think I do it this game. We'll see right now if I do. Yeah, I do. This is basically if your opponent starts bubbling, starts putting barriers up. Remember where to put the barrier, and you want to put the fire right before where you think the barrier is going to end. All right. So now this whole traction is going to be lit up. AI's got fire. It probably won't use it this round. My Fangs are leveling. Oh, he did use it. All right. All right, so I got 1-1 range, and that's it. I didn't get anything for the Fangs yet. And when the Avis came out, I was getting a little nervous. But you can see how effective this line is, though. See how strong Fangs are sometimes? If there's no chaff in front of it? It melted that thing. Well, let me click it. Nope, he still doesn't hit air. I'm curious if I ever do. Alright, so I decided to go heavy Fangs this game, apparently. So I level every Fang that levels. End of story. Because they're actually my main DPS right now. Except for the Raidens, they did pretty good. 73,055. The Fangs. Wow. 23,000, 23,000, 17,000, all on the Abyss probably. These guys are averaging about 4,000, then really, really, really low. I sold the Scorpion because he wasn't doing anything. Every time he shot the Rhino, it would miss. Alright, so the Fangs now have range, mechanical rage, and ignite. So they hit for 115 meters. I did not buy range that round. But mechanical rays increase the unit's movement speed by 5 and reduce attack interval by 0.5. So they hit every 1 second instead of 1.5. And the ignite, I love the ignite because when it hits big units, they lose 6% HP per second for 2 seconds. But there's what, 18 of these things hitting it? So that's a lot. Even the steel balls start to melt. How are 2 answers doing? Not great. But they are in the back. And if the mine does kill something, it's not going to register in the DPS. And the Fangs still took care of the Abyss for me. And that mine actually killed him. See, he didn't get any damage. Yeah, 0 damage. So, don't sneeze at Fangs, man. They can win you a game. 27,000, 18,000, 10,000, 7,000, 30,000. I was dying for another round to come so I can get shields. If this tank had range, he would have got a lot more damage. But everything on this side died because of the Fangs and their arc lights before he could hit anything. They weren't doing jack shit. But the arc lights stayed in the board. I didn't start selling them because I needed the EMP to Rhino. Anyway, just remember the position I did this particular game. The transfers in the back just to drop mines as many times as humanly possible. I got the Raidens. Technically, I really should have got ionization, but I don't know if they would have gotten range of the Overlord to hit him. Because ionization is an HP-based attack. Damage equal to 40% of the target's current HP, it loses 70% attack. But on giant units, ionization actually melts them. Giant units. This thing was averaging... So this last round, it did 77,000 damage, but it averaged... It did a total of 80,000 damage. So the Fangs did really good against him. I'm surprised he even got that much this round. Probably because of the more shaft. Yeah, the Stangs probably interfere with these Fangs. But that's how I set up the map when I go for that. And I never got him air because the Fangs were doing such a good job killing everything in the air anyway. So I saved the money. Just keep in mind, when you're playing a person, it's different. They can go Vulcans, 5 badges. Just be careful. Once Flames on the board, you're kind of fucked. But you have to get shields. And even after that, they kind of melt. That's Fangs. I want to make sure I don't forget anything. If I was having problems with the chair from their side, I would have put Hounds right behind my Fangs and gave them not ignite the fire missile, but no, they didn't get it. Just remember, missile interrupt can interrupt those fire bombs, I guess you would say. They also interrupt Phantom Rays and Farseers and Overlord's basic hit. If you haven't, like, if your opponent goes heavy Overlord and you don't have that much money, go heavy Stang and hope there's nothing else on the board like melts them. Arc lights with range and charts out, it will melt them. But you can negate the Overlord's attack 100%. Like if they average like 8,000 and then you get like 6 Stangs back here with missile interrupt, you'll see they'll do 0 for that round. It's very impactful because it's a regular hit. The cannon, the artillery overload, you can't interrupt, but the regular hit you can. Because there's a lot of pro players that go range into launcher overload. And that's enough for Fangs. A lot of people like to go... You're going to go against this a lot. I've seen it a lot. Some don't even get range. They get launcher overload and high explosive ammo if you have a lot of chaff in the board. And you really want some type of missile interruption because they lose range, but their attack is 4.6 seconds. And I think, yeah, it decreases overload's attack interval by 50% and range by 20. So they're attacking every 2.3 seconds instead of 4.6. And you need a missile interrupt for that. Unless you have something, you know, marksman with range, something to kill them. Especially rates. The missile interrupt is very strong against them, is what I'm getting at. And do not make typhoons against rates. Don't do it. Most people carry enhanced armor, and unless, even if the typhoon technically has to be 2 levels above the rate to even make a dent in it, it'll just laugh at you. Even if you make like 6 typhoons, same level, the rates just won't die. Melting point, marksman, maybe a phoenix. Do not make wasp against race. I still got an hour.